Okay. Okay, guys. So you are welcome to my live. All right. So today we are really gonna talk about uh some interesting things. I hope you don't mix it. Okay. So we are going to really talk something so important and. Okay, so let's actually do wait for a few people and we can fly. You're welcome. So this is a reminder that we are going to be having this class consistently every Sunday 7 p.m. So I might not put up a reminder again because I want to share it with few people as few people as possible. So not even the traction. What I'm sharing with you is something you can't get for free. So probably for a few people it should be fine for me. So I don't really bother want to share with more people. All right. So, but the more you join, the better we are to talk about it. So today we are going to actually talk about storytelling. It's very important in your journey as a content creator. Storytelling, very important. Storytelling is so important that it's actually one of the most important things you can do on social media. So I'm going to teach you that now, the act of storytelling, and how to tell compelling stories that attract a lot of people. The secret I'm about to share with you now can actually explode your social media. So you have to really pay attention very, very well. My audio might not be audible. My audio is not as good as it sounds. So please, you can uh, find it. Just try your best to find it and hear what I'm saying. And also chat me. Oh, good evening, sir. God bless you, sir. Yes, good evening. Thank you so much for joining me. So we are going to talk about. I just want to wait a little bit for some people, then we can just fly. In the next 4 minutes, we are flying. Okay. Uh, if you are joining me for the first time, I could at least ask you to subscribe to the channel, because most of the time, uh, I might not really. Most of the time, I might not really come to social media to broadcast that we are having live. Most of the time, like most of this time, I might not do that. So it's good that you join me, subscribe, turn on the notification, and you can actually get my uh, okay. So I think we should get started right now. All right. So thank you guys for joining me today again. My name is Ifan Kuso. I know a lot of you uh, already knew me. So from Facebook, but I think this is the few times you're seeing me. My guy, well done. Thank you for joining me. So we are going to talk about storytelling and why you are not going viral on social media. And it's a very important topic for us to discuss. If you really pay attention, we are going to really discuss a lot of things. How to tell stories that go viral. Okay. So uh how to tell stories that go viral and stories that work. All right, so let's get started. Now, the first important thing you should know is the act of storytelling. What is storytelling? Okay, so the first thing you need to actually know right now is storytelling, the art of storytelling, and why storytelling is important. So that's the first thing I'm going to give for you now. So, all right. First of all, my name is Ifeanyi Christopher, and thank you so much for joining me on this section. This is going to be like forever, like every Sunday 7 p.m. we are on my YouTube, and we are going to learn something so interesting that will help you in your journey, tech, content, and social media. So, sorry for the audio. We are trying our best to make it work. So, I'm going to try my best to actually talk loudly so that a lot of. Okay, so let's talk about today. We are talking about storytelling and the act of storytelling. I actually want it to be like a discussion where we come on and discuss nothing professional, just a way of teaching you some few things that you needed to know to edify. Okay, so let's talk about storytelling today. Okay, so now, why storytelling? Before we talk about what is story, why are you telling stories on social media? Last week I discussed about the attention economy, why this period your business should be on the internet. This period, like everything you are doing this period should be internet based. Like everything you are doing this period should be internet based. And I also talk about the era we are in right now. We are in the era of internet, just like most of us here was born maybe in the 70s, in the 60s. That was when industrial age was reigning. Industrial age, where in the industrial age, what happens, the most important thing is you are working for a system. You are either working for a system or you are working for an industry. So they are equipping you for you to mass produce things, products, services that will help the country grow. So from there, we enter the internet age. The internet age, everything was online. I talked about that last week. Everything was actually online. Websites.com, tech companies, Facebook, Google. Every of our problem was systemized. So we are in the computer era as of 1999. We are going until this era now. We are in the social media era. And I also made you to understand that this is social media era. There's nothing like you saying I'm not on social media, I'm not a social media person. No, no. You don't say that because social media is social media is a part of you now. Like it's like you give birth to a child and you want them to go to primary school. You get? So that is what social media is all about. This is just it. So you take social media not as a place that people come to distract. It's just the era we are in. Just accept it that we are in the era of social media. Okay? So always understand this. It's so important to you before we continue. See social media as this is mine. I'm in the era of social media. Don't hide your face. Don't shy away. It's your business, your life. You might not share private things, but your business, your life, everything you are doing should be on social media because this is the era we are. Now, the most important thing you should understand is this is the starting point of social media. Let's say you keep a social media profile. Think it long term. From now till the next 10 years, how will my social media life be? I can guarantee you today that if you actually, I can guarantee you today one thing that is sure. If you actually put your life on social media, if you actually put your business on social media from now till 10 years, I can guarantee you that 60% of your income will come from social media. Like, I can guarantee you that 60% of your income is coming from social media. Your business, how people know you, the so-called aim of marketing is for people to get to meet our product, right? But right now, marketing can be crashed into social media posts. You understand? So you cannot do any business right now without involving social media. So I just want to put that in place so that you understand what social media is all about. And we discussed that last week. Now, since you've understood that your fundamental your fundamental thing to do in this 21st century is to put whatever you are doing online. It's just like primary. You understand? It's a $400 billion economy that everybody must adapt. My business should be on social media. Everything I'm doing should be on social media. So it's final. You have it. Now, you are coming here to grab attention, right? You are coming here to actually grab attention. You want people to see you. You want people to start buying you. You want people to uh, give you the attention. Everything we are fighting about is attention. There are up to 4 billion people on social media, different countries all over the world. So what you want is attention. You want people to start paying attention to you. You want people to start coming to you. So how do you engage them? How do you keep them coming? That is where I'm introducing the storytelling. Now, before we continue, you need to understand that story is not only writing, video, writing, do content, productivity, whatever you are teaching must come in form of a story. You get? So it must come in form of a story. After teaching you this, it will help you really well to organize your content life and how to go about catching people's attention. Okay, so now, why do we want story? Number one, social media is not physical life. Okay, so why I'm saying this is, in real life, things are not sometimes not organized. You understand? Let me just give an example. uh people can come and when they come, they can decide that, okay, today I'm going to wake up by 6 a.m. and tomorrow I'm going to wake up by 8 a.m. You understand? So, but on social media, everything is systemized. Okay, so since everything we are fighting for is attention, pay attention. Since everything we are fighting for is attention, we want to get people's attention. We want people to come to us. If they pay attention, platform is going to pay us. If they pay attention, probably we are going to sell to them, market our product, and give them whatever we want, right? Okay, so you need people to pay attention, and social media is the social media algorithm works in a way that they think the algorithm is programmed. It's not a human being. It thinks that if people pay attention to your post, to whatever you do there, it means more people should be interested. So the more attention people pays, the more you grow, the more they suggest your post to more people. That is why it is easier for someone that have 100,000 followers to have 200,000 followers than someone that have 5k followers to get to 10k followers. You understand? So the more people buy you, the more people buy your content, the more the algorithm thinks, oh, this person is actually relevant, this person is doing the best, so let's suggest his post to more people. You actually hacking them. You understand? So the social media algorithm thinks you are good. Like, I used to use this analogy when I'm teaching people social media. There's no difference between me and you. There's actually no difference. In fact, you are doing pretty fine. Welcome. you're pretty doing fine in your field, more than actually I do. You can actually do well more than actually I do. But the difference between me and you is I have actually done what is necessary for me to get attention in the social media space. So there's no difference between you and a comedian that puts up crap content that makes people laugh. There's no difference. Even your content are valuable than his. You understand? But you are getting more attention. He's getting more attention more than you because he knows the social media algorithm. And once you crack the social media algorithm, you are okay. You're on a very long journey of blowing up. You understand what I mean? So that is what you should all pay attention to, how to crack the social media algorithm. So between you and Sabinu, between you and a content creator out there that is doing normal content that people don't know, it's just the same thing. The only difference is they know how to talk to the algorithm and the algorithm listens, but you don't know. So I just want to make that clear. So now that you know that what people want from you is attention. So the more attention, the more you grab attention, the more you make people to actually want to pay attention the more. And the more you are telling the algorithm, hey algorithm, this guy is relevant, you need to suggest his post to more people. You understand? Now that comes to what I want to talk about now. So you now know that the most important thing you need to do is to grab people's attention. There's no other thing. There's no other thing you are coming there to do. If you are not grabbing people's attention, if people are not paying attention to you, the algorithm will say this one is just an ordinary creator. You understand? So now, what are those things that can grab people's attention? Story. That is the king of attention. Another word for attention is engagement. That is the king of attention, engagement. If you can tell a story, convincingly, people will pay attention. Now, before we go to the core element of telling a good story, you need to know that people have problems. People don't care about you. Even if you are selling to people, even if you are marketing to people, even if you want to help people's life, they don't care. People only care about you, especially people that don't know you, people that haven't seen you before. People don't care about you until you touch them to the core. You are giving them something that is relating to their life that will help them and edify them. That is when they will now come and say, oh, okay, this thing is going to help me. Let me now pay attention to it and see what it's going to lead me to. That is what it is. So one of the things that will make people to pay attention to you is story. Now, when you tell story, any type, people is going to say, I want to listen to this story. The reason why they want to listen to this story is, to your story or any story you're telling, is let's see the transformation. Where did it lead us to? Is this thing leading us to something transforming that can help my life? Like people that tell horrible story, like horror story, domestic violence, it goes viral. The reason why it goes viral is people psychologically they are built psychologically to be safe. You are getting what I'm saying? So people are built psychologically to be safe. All right. So now they are listening to that story. They are reading that story. The reason why they are reading that story is in the sense that they don't want to feel that same hurt that person is feeling. Give me a moment. Okay, so the reason that they are paying attention to that story is they don't want to feel the hurt that person is feeling. Okay, so they want to listen to the story, read it from beginning to end. Stories can be in form of video, write up, and what have you. So everything you are doing online must be a story. If you actually watch your favorite comedy and the comedians, all their content are stories. And it's so crazy that people don't actually understand that any content they do is a story. It has a storyline. They write the script, they organize the script, and they make it in such a way that they put a lot of energy to make it in such a way that it will actually going to entertain and edify people. So majority, 95% of content that go viral is story. When you come to TikTok, people talk about their lifestyle, what they are going through, and other people that have similar issue relate. You understand? So now you need to know that as story is everything that you need to go in the social media space, and you should know that everything online is a story. I know you are shocked to hear this. Everything online is a story. Whatever I'm telling you now is a story. I'm just trying to paint a picture of something that will help you. I'm telling a story. How you tell it determines how people is going to react and relate to it. So you need to tell it well. Now, everything I'm driving now is just to make you to understand why story is important, why you need engagement for you to grow, and how to tell a better story. Okay, so now let's go to core element of stories. Okay, so core element of stories. Now, first, why do we tell stories? Why will somebody pay attention to my story, to your story? Number one, people are paying attention to your story so that they will relate it with their own life. You know, humans always want to justify their struggles. Let me take for example, I'm going through let me say I'm going through frustration. I'm actually depressed. I'm going through depression. Let me just give an example. I'm going through depression. It's really hitting me up. Maybe I lost like $10 million or 10 million naira in a business, and it's actually giving me issues, right? Now, when I open TikTok and the first thing I see is this is how I overcome my debt of 10 million naira. You understand what I mean? So immediately I hear this is how I overcome, I would be like, oh, this is what I'm going through right now. Can I just pay attention and listen? I've caught your attention and I said that story. Remember that I told you that the more people pay attention to your content, the more the algorithm suggests it to more people. So people want to relate to your story. That is number one. Number one, people want to relate to your story. People want to pay attention to your story. People want to relate it to their own life. Am I going through that same thing? That's why when you come to my social media and see most of my story, when I say story, I'm not talking about tech stories. I'm talking about most of my content, my stories. Like when I said, this is how to grow your social media. I grow my social media from zero to this, or this is what is killing your engagement, your hook. These are stories. So when I say it, people will be like, okay, I'm going through this problem also. Let me now see how to solve the problem. So number one, people listening to your story to relate it to their life. Two, people listening to your story to apply the transformation that you've applied. Like I said when we started this session, that people are naturally selfish. Nobody care about you. Nobody care about you, especially people that don't know you, people that haven't seen you before. So you have to do something that relates to them. You have to actually intentionally crack them. It's intentional. You have to actually crack them. It's intentional. So people will be like, okay, I want to gain the transformation. That is two. Number one is relationship. They want to relate to the story, justify themselves. Two, they want to get the transformation. Okay, so they want to get the transformation. What is this story going to teach me? What is this story going to make me feel? Three, these are the things that comes to your mind when you want to write a story. Three, they want to be informed. They want to be informed. People want to inform themselves to make better decisions. So you are telling the story to make people have better life, better story, and make better decisions. Okay, so after you've understood this will make you now to draft your story in such a way that is good. So elements of story. A story have three parts. A story have three parts, three equal parts. whether it's a story you are writing, whether it's a movie that after this section I would want you to go and watch all your movies. Every movie have 3 equal parts. Every is compulsorily that it must have 3 equal parts. It mustn't be equal, but it must have 3 sections. So your story must have 3 parts. It's very important. I've said this countless of times, so you already know what I want to say. So the first part is the hook. The hook. The hook is what brings the attention to people. You understand? Now, the hook is what connects people. The hook is so important that without the hook, you cannot grab the attention. People don't pay attention to your hook after they have known that you share value. Like, let me take for example now. You follow me a lot on Facebook, right? And you see that my content are valuable, right? They are all valuable. You like it, you enjoy it. When I write something, you don't actually pay attention to the hook anymore, right? Most of the time, majority of the time, you say, okay, it's Ifeanyi that wrote it. It must make sense. Let me just pay attention. What is it trying even to say? Even when I'm doing sarcasm, people take it serious. Even when I joke, people take it serious. Because they don't actually understand that this person sometimes joke is a human being. So they take it serious that sometimes when I joke on social media, people take it more serious. I'll be like, delete this thing. They are even taking it serious. I was actually becoming human. Now, this is how it is. But in the sense that you, as a person, nobody know you, and you are still trying to come up, your story grabs attention. So the hooking is what hook people. Your hook is so important. Your hook is so the first element of a good story is a good hook. So after I might have finished this session with you, you just go and start seeing your favorite TikToker, your favorite comedian. Just pay attention to those content. Pay attention to the first 3 lines of a good story. Pay attention to the first 3 seconds of a good content. Just pay attention. You see the hooking that makes you want to pay attention. So your hook is important. Your hook is what drives attention. Your hook is what makes people to pay attention. So your hook can be anything. It can be anything. It can be a camera. It can be a camera squeeze. It can be the first line of your sentence. After that, just go to my post, my main important content, not jokes. Just go through them. Read the first line of it. So I don't just write them. Either it's from someone else or I write it. I don't just write it. I make it in such a way that it will grab your attention. You get what I'm saying? So that first line of your post, first line of your story, first line of anything you are putting out there is your hook. Now, this is the most important thing. Most people don't understand. Like if you're writing a picture, if you're writing a content that have to do with, you are writing, you are not doing visuals. Your thumbnail, if you are writing, your thumbnail, that is the picture you attach to your story, is so important, and we are going to look into it. Then, if you are making a video, your thumbnail is important. You see, content creators are so professional. Just go to their wall and check their thumbnail and see how captivating it is to tell you what is going to happen. Now, especially if you are writing, if you're a writer, you write on Facebook like me, your picture is a very good hook. I haven't talked about this to anybody, but I'm going to share it with you for the fact that you join me. Your picture is a good hook. Now, let me give you my own instance, my own example. This is how I get international audience. This is how my content actually go beyond borders. This is how. Number one is my pictures. My pictures are so important to me that I can write a content in 15 minutes and spend another 10 minutes looking for a good picture. Like looking for a good picture take me time. Sometimes I will search the whole Google. Whenever I attach picture on my wall, I search it to the point that I have to search my gallery and say, oh, this is not good. Like I finished writing a content, very beautiful content, the picture is holding me. Do you know why? Picture, when you post a content, you are a written content, the Facebook algorithm, the social media algorithm, wherever, we analyze even on YouTube, we analyze your picture, the keyword of your hook. They will analyze it and scale. Like, let me take for example, right now, AI, anything that has to do with AI and ChatGPT, almost 75% of people online is interested in it. It's actually a tip. 75% of people online on all social media, is actually interested in AI because this is what is reigning currently. So if you share AI related content, it's likeliest to reach more audience than any other related content. This is just a tip, a normal tip. Now, your picture is so important, like is the main important hook. So if I want to write about tech stories, okay, if I want to write about productivity, like I used to write about productivity, if I increase, I want to write about productivity, what do? Check my content. I attach pictures that is related to productivity, like setup and computer. It's not coincident. It's not, I'm not putting it because I like the setup. No, the Facebook algorithm ranks those images. They say, okay, this has to do with computer and setup, and it has to do with technology. The content is going to go to people that are relate with technology content. I don't know whether you are getting me. So the content is going to go to technology related people. This is so important. If you are a technology minded people, if you scroll through social, you see a setup of a computer. You see it even before you actually pay attention to that content. You just see the picture of a computer. It's a social media hack most people use. It goes beyond borders. If I talk about Elon Musk, I attach Elon Musk's picture. Facebook already know. The algorithm already know that this is the picture of Elon Musk. I know you are shocked. You already know that this is the picture of the richest man in the world. So the algorithm is going to suggest that post in its must. Like, I'm telling you that something I can do after this live session, like 75% of the chances is going to go far. If I post a picture of Mark Zuckerberg, the algorithm will scale it, and so this is the picture of Mark. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So your picture is scanned also, exactly how your keyword is scanned. Okay, I'm talking about hook. Your pictures is a hook, powerful hook. So if why do your content go viral? Because I don't relate it to where I'm from. I don't know whether you are getting me. Watch most of my pictures I attach, unless I want to talk about something. Like this evening, I was writing about I think I was writing about history and how we document history. Okay, you are going to ask me questions later. Of course, we are going to do question and answer. So I was talking about history. Just check the picture I attach. I want that content to relate with people that is our own. So I have to attach a picture that is similar. I could have attached the picture of Mungo Park, but I don't want it. People are not interested in Mungo Park. So I want the content to be related to people that are mine, my own people. You understand what I'm trying to say? So that content will resonate. If you check that content, just check the content. Majority of people that will react to it is people that can relate to the content. So your picture is so important, so crucial to your content. Your picture is your number one hook. Okay, so you want to go viral, you want your content to go beyond borders, attach pictures that has global value. Okay, so I'm saying this so that you understand. Attach pictures that have global value. Attach pictures that can easily go viral. Attach pictures that somebody in US, UK, America, any part of the world can relate to. Okay, if I want to talk about Davido, I can put a picture of Davido. Of course, people that know Davido, Facebook rank it as, okay, this is a picture that has to do with David, right? So people are around. So your picture is a hook, and your first 3 lines of your post is a hook. Now let me share you a secret. If you want to learn how to write a good hook, use this prompt on your ChatGPT. I think most of us are from our group, right? Our social media group. Please pay attention. If you are joining me, pay attention. You can use your ChatGPT, and ask it to give you you finish writing a content now. You finish writing a content, right? A very good content, or you want to write a content, you have already write it. You tell your GPT that it should give you a hook of this post in such like a Twitter kind of hook. Let me tell you this. X, Twitter has the best creators in the world, like best writers in the world is Twitter. Like Facebook didn't even come close. Twitter has the best creators that write. So you can do it right now. You can do it after this session. Tell your ChatGPT that I need this story. I need a hook of this story to be in form of a Twitter hook. Just see the amazing thing it's going to give to you. Now, if you want to write the story to be compelling, also the GPT already know. Tell ChatGPT that turn this story into a Twitter kind of content with the hook. You understand what I mean? But don't number them. You see how space and beautiful it is. I'm just giving you some tricks that will help you in writing story. Okay, so that is the hook. Your hook include your picture and the first 3 lines of your post. Okay, now I have a book on how to write a good story. That is, by the way, you can get it later. But now you've known your hook. If you want to know more about your hook, go and check my text stories. All my text stories. All. You can go to my wall, type text stories. You read all of them. Check the first 4 lines of it. They are always the hook. They grab their attention and tell you what the story is all about. So, what is the element of a hook? A hook introduces the story to the audience. It highlights what is about to happen to this on the story without telling the core element of the story. So a hook introduces everything on the story. Let me give you an example of a good hook. Let me give you an example of one of my stories, like a good hook. After now, just pay attention and pay attention to my stories after now. Let me just give you an example. I want to just give you a little example of a good hook on my stories. Okay, this post I wrote it some moments ago, so I'm going to share my screen. I hope that this will not go against their not violate them. Okay, so let me actually share my screen. Just pay attention. This story was written 5th of June. Now this is the first 3 lines. Now the story said, in 1979 Steve Jobs paid blah 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 secret project. It grabs your attention like, okay, I want to know what happened. Then Bill Gates find out through a former Xerox employee. You understand? Someone that is into tech will relate. You understand? Now, why I showed you this is my tech stories these days always start in so and so year. I'm just sharing you this tip for free anyways. It starts with in so and so way. Once you use this line in 2005, people... Okay, so once you share that, this is actually my hook. It can be yours. You can actually do yours the way you want. Once you do that, people will instantly recognize and say, okay, what is he trying to talk? What is he talking about? Okay, so it's so crucial to you that you have to be able to know how to write a good element of a story. So a story introduces you to the content and what the content is all about. All right, now the second thing you need to know about storytelling is the body of the story. Okay, so now let's talk about the body of a story. Now, the body of a story is what the problem creates coherence. The problem creates coherence. So, as a good storyteller, you must identify a problem as a good storyteller in the body of your story. However you want to say it, you must actually identify a problem. That is what makes you a good storyteller. So you identify a problem. You tell people that in 1976, blah 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 things happen. Blah 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 things about to happen. This is the story of anything. Now you introduce the problem. Yes, I'm back. We are having a discussion, but I think it's connected now. So you are introducing a problem. Always remember this. You are introducing a problem. So people are eager to know, wow, this is a problem. And we have a little pause, but nothing, you didn't miss anything. Okay, so you are introducing a problem to the people. So you need to identify and itemize that problem in such a good way that people will, their emotion will be like, oh, I want to know whether you solve this. This is what is called engagement. Okay, people will pay attention more when they find a problem. This is like I'm just sharing you with you the secret of 100% of almost all the stories I write, the movie industry, the skits you watch. Because you as a human being, you always want everything to be perfect in your mind. That is how you are created. So your story should introduce a problem. So once you introduce a coax in human brain, everybody automatically channel it to solution. How are we going to solve this? I pray that there will be a solution in the story. So they want to pay attention to the end. That is the reason why you binge your favorite story. That is the reason why you watch this comedian Sabinus, right? That is the reason why you watch his comedy, because he's always in trouble. That is why you watch Black Panther, because you want everything to be perfect. That is why you watch a love story, so that it will end well. That is the element of everything, the reason why they catch your attention on social media, on storytelling. That is the reason why you pay attention to my tech story. You can still go and rewatch them. So that is the center of the engagement, introducing a problem. Now that you've introduced the problem, people are paying attention to the problem. They want to find the solution to the problem, which they are. This is the reason why they are here. So they are reading line to line. So you're not going to spell out the problem immediately. Like I said, like if I want to talk about how Bill Gates stole Microsoft, I would just say stole Microsoft from Apple or something. I would just say Bill Gates stole Microsoft from Apple, and that is it. No, you have to tell how the problem relates. Each of the problem goes line by line, and now the second part of your body of your story, the main part of your story, is the transformation. Never forget these two things. If it is the second two things you learn, now you can actually tell story without me giving you a structure. Okay, so the problem and the transformation, that's the two part of it. So the transformation is where the antagonist wins, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So this is the element of a story, the core element of the body of a story: the problem and the solution, the problem and the transformation. Go and watch all your comedy series, your movie, even the movie you're going to watch this night. This is actually the reason why I actually don't watch movies again. I actually don't see movies, because I know how the movie will end. Actually, never. It always ends the same. Even if they want to make you watch again, they will end it sadly, so that they will have part 5, part 6, season 10, season 16. So you keep watching, they are killing your attention, which is so good. Now you understand the body of a story. The third part of a story is the point of action. People always forget this part. People always forget this part. This part is so important to you, which is the point of action. The point of action. Don't tell story and run away. Don't tell story and run away. I always tell my students that. Don't tell story. If you tell a good story, very good story, you run away. No. Tell stories and add a point of action. Every story must leave people feeling somehow and act somehow. Your point of action is what the reader, the listener, should do. Sometimes most of these stories come with the moral lesson, which is the point of action. Most of the stories will ask you, but you tell the story with point of action. My stories always end with point of action. What can we learn from this? Or I sell you something. You understand what I'm trying to say? So your story must have a point of action. What the reader, the viewer, must learn and must apply to their life. This only makes them want to come more for your type of story, so that they will learn the transformation and also apply it to their life. Okay, your point of action can be, it can be like, comment, and share. Hope you find it helpful. I have a book for you. This is the lesson for the story. It must. I cannot write a story. I cannot tell a story without a point of action. It's not possible. I rather not tell it. So, because I want you to achieve something, that thing you are achieving will help me to sell you anything I want to sell you. Because when I write a story, I connect. Me and you have the same thought. Like, I just shared my thought on a story. You connect to it. You read it. So at that point, you are vulnerable. I'm just trying to teach you psychology of selling anything. At that point, you are vulnerable to answer to me. So you are vulnerable for me to tell you, I have a book for you. Go and read it and you buy. You are vulnerable for me to tell you, today, do something good to somebody. Say, oh, this story is edifying. I'm going to do something to somebody. Okay? So that is all about the point of action. So conclusively, this session is supposed to last for 1 hour. We already 8 minutes behind. So conclusively, the elements of a story, the hook, what draws people attention. I told you that your picture is a hook, your thumbnail is a hook, the best hook ever. Your first 3 lines, first 4 lines of your post is a hook. You can go and check the first lesson, the first story I write last. You can go and check it on social media. Now, the body of a story. I told you the body of a story must have 2 equal parts: the problem and the transformation. If it doesn't have the problem and the transformation, it's not going to sell. I can tell you, guaranteed, that it's not going to sell. And I told you that what makes your content on social media, especially on Facebook, to go viral is what you put in. Okay, now finally, I want to teach you about keywords. I think I've mentioned that before. Your story must contain keywords, because whenever you put out a content, the algorithm ranks it. They ranks it. There are some words that are repeated in some content all over. So they rank the content. Let me take, for example, when I say ChatGPT, the word ChatGPT, I think it should be almost 1 billion on social media. I'm just giving you an instance. So even if you're a blogger, you write anything about ChatGPT, Google is going to rank it. I'm just giving you a detail. Even if you are talking anything have to do with social media, you write anything about ChatGPT, is going to rank it, because many people are searching about GPT. 2, AI. Once you talk about AI, people is going to pay attention to it. I'm just giving you an answer. So your stories must contain keywords. What type of story are you telling? You are telling a story that have to relate with technology. It must contain the keywords that is in that field. It must contain anything that has to do with maybe Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, whatever that is related at that field. Now, you need to talk about trending, something that is trending in your niche. Always be relevant to tell a story that is trending in your niche. It's so important for you. Always be relevant to tell a story, something that has to relate with your niche. It's so important, right? Anything. Just use me as an example. Once I come, I see anything that has to relate with my niche, I share it. I'm going to talk about it, irrespective of how you feel. For the fact that it's tech related or anything that has to relate to the content I relate, so you must talk about it. Now, let's talk about the last one. Why stories go viral, right? So why stories go viral? Why stories go viral is, let me give you one. Share. There is this feature in your social media that is so good. The share button is the most important feature on your social media to go viral. Share button. Please pay attention to it from now on. In fact, beg people to share your content. Beg them to share your content. The more people share your content, the more it goes viral. Now, why do stories go viral? Stories go viral because, number one, people share it. I know it's crazy. People share it. Now, why do people share your post? Like, this is it. I just told you. Stories go viral because people share it. Facebook algorithm suggests it. Social media algorithm suggest it. Number one, stories go viral anywhere on social media because your page is recommended. That's the last thing I wanted to talk about. How to organize your social media space. Check your dashboard. Is your profile recommended? If it is recommended, Facebook shares it. So social media shares it. So your post goes viral because of share. That share is what makes it go viral. I know you are shocked. That is just simple. It's just share. So it's either Facebook is sharing it to people, like I told you, ChatGPT, AI related content, many people search about it. So Facebook share it on themselves. So people, do you understand? So it's the sharing. Just go to my post, just go to my wall, scroll to my content that goes viral. Just look at the share. It will never go viral without a share. It is impossible. Go and see the most viral content on social media and see the share. So what makes your post go viral is people are sharing it. You've learned that. Now, the platform shares it and people also share it. That's all. It goes viral. Why do people share your content? And why the algorithm share your content? Number one, it inspires people. Your content inspires people. If they inspires people, they will say, oh, friends, come and see this story. It's inspiring me. I want you to learn about it so that it will inspire you too. One. Two, it makes people angry. It makes people angry. Like you say something that is so stupid, people will be like, who the heck is this person? Now someone will share it and say, this guy is talking trash. Your post is going viral for the wrong reason. Now you've seen why wrong stories go viral. Let me say somebody was, you understand? I don't want to use the word, you understand? So people is going to share it like how this person is, you understand? So see how they ahead. Somebody will be like, oh, this is bad, this is wrong, why can't this happen, blah blah blah. People are sharing it. That is exactly why stories go viral. It makes people angry. Let me give you an example. The first time I went viral for the wrong reason on social media, I don't go viral for the wrong reason, but I did actually go viral for the wrong reason. Last 2 months, I said something. Bright. There's a man called Bright Chimezie. He's a musician. So he met with Davido and what have you. So I now write that Bright Chimezie made $1 million from associating with Davido using his song. You understand? So that post, because people actually hold me high regarding social media. So that post was like, somebody was like, are you kidding me? How can you say he made 1 million? Where is the 1 million coming from? Davido didn't copy his song. You understand what I'm trying to say? So people was like, this is trash. Why people share it is because people thought this guy is talking, this is not, he's talking rubbish. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So now I made that post and I just went to bed. Now I wake up in the morning and I'm seeing about almost 500 comments. Now the post, this is the first time that my post is going viral for the wrong reason. Like it went viral, like to the point that the one I think is an OAP or something in Lagos shared the post. He shared the post and said, what is this guy talking about? Like I was running mad, like, you understand? Now, to make matters worse is I deleted the post. I didn't know that they have actually cut out the content. They have screenshotted the content. They screenshot it and they keep on sharing it to so many people. You understand? Why did the post go viral? Because people are angry that I'm talking trash. So you see those your content creators that every day they talk rubbish and you say this person is talking nonsense. It keep on going viral. Do you know why? Because people are angry, people are not happy, people are feeling bad that these guys are talking trash. So stories go viral because you inspire people, which is good, normal. You make people angry. In fact, angry stories go more viral. The more angry your story is, the more it goes viral. There are some people now, they have determined that they will always be making people angry on social media because they want you to react. They want you to always talk. They want you to always shout. They want you to always complain. I don't want to talk about somebody, but you already know the people I'm talking about. So it's intentional that in a week, they must touch one controversial issue that will make you lost it and you start talking trash. They are making money from it. So if you make people angry enough, you are going viral. But you have to determine that as you are going controversial, you have to pay the price. You understand? So people is going to talk to you anyhow, insult you. In fact, most of the time, I just want a opinion poll on my wall and you see insult everywhere. So people are going to insult you because some people that is commenting on your post are hungry. They haven't eaten. They are struggling with life and you are trying to make them angry the more. Okay, so number 3, your story go viral because it surprised people. Like you are sharing something that surprised people that they haven't seen this before. You understand? So it goes viral, you surprise people. Then finally, people share your story, it goes viral because you make them proud. Like you share a milestone of what you are doing, like something happened that is interesting in your life, in your journey. Somebody becomes better, you graduate, what have you. You understand? So that is what makes story go viral. Inspiration, angry, curiosity, and proud moment. Please pay attention to it. I will share it to a group. Curiosity, angry, surprise, and proud. If you can do these 4 things, your story will be going viral. Most of my stories go viral because it inspires. You understand? So I inspire people. My content goes viral, right? And sometimes it surprises people. So that is my core 2 element. Okay, now these things, inspiration, angry, surprise, and proud, you can wrap it up in emotion. So information don't go viral, emotion goes viral. You can understand what I'm trying to say. So information don't go viral. What goes viral is emotion. All right, so now that is it all about this class. So I just want to, we already exhausted our it's 2 minutes to 1 hour section. Okay, so now recap. I want you to remember this. Every viral story has a hook. A hook is what draws attention to the body. The body has 2 equal parts, the problem and the transformation, and the 3rd equal part is the point of action. Okay, now I want you to actually let's do a question real quick so that we can end the live session immediately. So real quick, you have a question, you can ask me right now. Just write it on the comment. I'm seeing your comment so that we could just talk about it. After that, we can now return to our group and finish up what we are doing. All right, so real quick, okay, so just ask your question. I'm there to answer you ASAP, so you can just do that immediately. And I think we have actually done a lot this evening and we can do that. So let's go. Samuel, you have a question, you can ask me. So we are ending the live session immediately in the next few minutes. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so you have a question, Sayad, you can ask and we can go for it. Okay, so I believe that, okay, so I believe that we don't have a question. If you have a question for me, we have a group, so you can drop it in our group and we are going to talk about it. So this content is available on the live stream, but it's going to take some time. Okay, please, can you screen record the way most of us can prompt a story using ChatGPT? Okay, screenshot. Okay, so I will screenshot you my story. Just follow my pattern. You can actually get it. But what I want to tell you, Mr. Samuel, is before you tell a story, you must have a story idea. No, before you use AI to tell a story, Mr. Samuel, you must have a story idea. Please, it's so important. If you don't have a story idea, the story is not going. You understand? You must have a story idea and say, the GPT doesn't write stories for you. The GPT organizes your story. Just understand this. ChatGPT doesn't write stories for you. If you ask it to write me a story, it will give you a very generic, it will not relate to people. So you use this ChatGPT to organize your story. So I'm going to give you, of course, first of all, first thing on your mind is you must have a story idea and you must talk about everything about the story. Let's take, for example, I want to write a story about America, right? I can't just go to ChatGPT and say, write me a story about America. It's generic. America has 1 million countless of stories. So I would rather say, I'd rather go to ChatGPT and say, write me a story about American civilization. Now, the story is centering about American civilization. One, now I have to do the core features of the story to ChatGPT. I can now say, starting from the British colonization, taking over of America, how the British outsteered the real Americans, how they start encroaching land, how they conquered half of Mexico. So I'm giving ChatGPT everything it's going to talk about. Do you understand? So your story must have where it is coming from. That is so important. I'm going to, on our group, I will share with you how to prompt stories. But most important, you must know the type of story you have to share before the AI will help you. Okay, if you have read my book, you can understand that I told you most of my stories I get the idea from searching the web. I search YouTube, search relevant story, go to Twitter, you see amazing stories that you can actually write and make it your own content. Okay, so that is it all about today. Please, our session is every Sunday 7 p.m. It doesn't change. Because of how my schedule is, I hardly write that, but it's just every Sunday we are going to have a section and we are going to talk. Last week we introduced the attention economy. Today we talked about storytelling. Okay, so next week I think we are going to talk about more of AI and how to implement your AI in a daily life issues. Please don't miss it. So I'm going to see you guys at the other side. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for joining me. I intentionally don't want to broadcast the live. I could have done it on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but I just want few people actually. I want as few as possible. So that's why I actually do it 1 hour to the session so that like few people is going to join. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you guys the other side.